Ladies and gentlemen, we are making history today. But also the PVV, my own party, is entering the cabinet in the center of power. We are enormously proud of that. We are going to be at once from the biggest opposition party, the biggest government party, and the sun will shine again in the Netherlands. And I think for anyone who reads the agreement of all four of us can see that a lot is going to change in the Netherlands. The strictest asylum policy ever, as written down in our peace. There will be an asylum crisis law. We will repeal the dispersal law. There will be border controls, mobile and otherwise. There is going to be a ban on priority of social housing for rent, for status holders, due to the fact that they are status holders. We are going to fight for an opt-out on asylum in the European Union. We will abolish the indefinite asylum permits. I said it, the strictest asylum policy ever, but there is much more to it than asylum. Dutch people, millions of Dutch people will be happy to the agreement of our four parties. The own risk of care falls from 385 euros a year to 165 euros per year. There are a few billion in tax relief for the hard-working Dutchman, a lower energy tax. The fuel vaccines will also lower next year. And we are investing 600 million euros in elder care. There will be no more mandatory heat pump. There will be substantial investments. In the housing market, there will be fresh air for our farmers and our fishermen. There will be also cuts, also painful cuts, we have to be honest about that, but also cuts. On development aid, there will be new nuclear power plants. Wherever they can, people will be allowed to drive the 100/3 of a mile per hour through the country. Drive. There will be a tougher approach to terror, including street terror, and we are working to deport criminal refugees. I said, the Netherlands is getting safer and the sun is going to shine again. I would, in particular now also, VVD, BBB and NRC, Dylan, Caroline and Peter, thank you very much for the cooperation. Not only invest in the Netherlands, but we have to invest in each other and invest in this political cooperation. And my party and myself are very willing and proud of, despite our differences, to cooperate with each other. A new wind is going to blow through this country. We can again. That is also the motto. If you read the agreement, the motto the four of us came up with is hope, courage, and pride. The motto of our political cooperation. So we can be proud again of this country, of this beautiful Netherlands. And I would also, the Netherlands and at least all Dutch people, but certainly also those 2.5 million voters for the PVV, would like to thank you for their trust. But we're not just standing here for our own constituents. We are here for all residents of the Netherlands. And I thank those Dutch people for the trust, those residents of our country. The four of us will do everything. It is also in the agreement to live up to your trust. Because we love our country, we love you, and of our people. We will work very hard for the Netherlands.
So we first use the Dutch law and the crisis law we have to make sure that there will be less influx of asylum seekers in the Netherlands. And that is something that we don't need the European Union for. That is totally compatible with European law.
As the European started, my country is one of the founding fathers of the European Union. In the 50s, we were one of the countries that started the European Union. At that time, it was an economical union. It was cooperating economically, and it deteriorated, or it changed, if you like the word better, in the next decades into a political union. Most of the lawmakers, more than 50% of the laws in Holland, I'm a member of parliament, does not come from our government, but come from Brussels, that we have to implement. And when it comes to the immigration policy, we are not in charge anymore.